Hello there, welcome to today's practice. My name is Fernanda in case we have not practiced together yet. But if you've been here on the channel for a little bit already, thank you so much for coming back. In today's flow, I prepared a sequence for us that's going to target the hip area. There's going to be a little bit of twist as well. And it's going to be a practice more on the fiery side of the force. Of course, we're going to have a little bit of time to bring everything into balance more towards the end of class as well. But be prepared for a flow that's going to feel a little more intense. And we're going to get started right away, sitting down in a comfortable position. So on your shins or with your legs crossed. But then go ahead and rest your hands onto your lap. Fully close your eyes or just soften your gaze, gazing down towards the floor in front of you. And let's begin with 3 breaths together in here. So take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Breath in. Breath out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And just release the technicality of it. And just take a few more rounds like that, in and out the nose. We're entering the year of the fire horse according to the new lunar year. And it's going to be a year that will require from us quite a bit of courage, quite a bit of decision making, especially around 3 areas of our lives, which are the relationship that we have with other people, the relationship we have within ourselves, and also our sense of purpose in this life. So taking a moment in here to bring those 3 areas into your awareness, becoming a little bit more clear with what is it that you wish to transform, to grow, and to expand in these 3 areas. And then we're going to bring the breath of fire to help us stoke that little flame of transformation, of growth within ourselves. So you can go ahead and bring your right hand to the belly, left hand to your heart center. And the breath of fire happens mostly in and out of the nose. It's a quick, very sharp breath. And what moves the breath in and out, it's the pulsation of the belly. So the belly goes up and down as you breathe. If you've never done, it might feel a little weird, but let's try it together. We'll do it 3 rounds. So beginning now. Pause. Breathe naturally in and out the nose. Notice if you feel a little bit of heat building inside, maybe a little buzz sensation on the head. And then second round, here we go. Pause. Breathe naturally again. Letting this energy start to build up, to move through the body and through the mind. And then final round of breath. Pause. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Notice how you feel, but then right away, blink your eyes open and just stretch both of your legs forward in front of you on the mat. Give it a little shake because we've been sitting for a little bit. And then go ahead and pause, bend your right knee. Plant your right sole of the foot down on the mat. The foot can be as far or as close from your glute as you can bring, okay? Like find a place that feels good in the hip. But then take an inhale, reach your left hand to the outside of your mat. Right hand comes up and overhead. So it's a big side bend. Notice though that if when you're bending sideways, you feel like your right sitting bone floating up with you. You don't want that to happen. You want your right sitting bone to be glued on the mat, okay? So feel the sensations around the right side hip, the extension through the right side body. Take one big inhale, big exhale. The next time you inhale, big twist. Right hand's gonna come behind you, left arm comes around your right leg, or you can hook the elbow on the top of your right thigh, especially if your right foot is a little bit further away from the glute. See if you can activate your left toes, keep twisting, send your gaze fully towards the right side of your space. Last breath. And then come back to the center. Reach your right leg long, bend your left knee in. Right hand's gonna come to the outside of the mat. Left arm goes up and overhead. Both sitting bones though grounding down. Stay for a breath in. Flex your right toes. Last round of breath. With the next inhale, lift and twist. Right hand either comes around your left leg or hook the elbow in. Left hand behind you. Think about really lengthen up through your spine. Right toes are awake, they're active. The gaze is going towards the left side. Final breath. Good. From here, unravel, coming to a tabletop position. Come onto your hands and knees. Spread the fingers really wide. And then find a little movement back and forth in here. You can tuck your toes underneath you. So we find some of the warm up on the wrists, but also on the soles of your feet, the hips and shoulders. Nice. And then pause in your tabletop right away, coming into a plank pose. So tuck your toes behind you. Knees can totally be down, but you're still pushing the floor away. A little bit around through the spine. Gaze is right down to the mat in between your hands. Breathe for the last breath in, for the last breath out. And then downward facing dog with the next inhale. Feel free to pedal through the legs a little bit, one at a time or both at the same time. But then pause in here, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, look forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk your right foot to the outside of your right hand, left foot to the outside of the left. Lift your chest, active squat. Hands are gonna go in front of you. Take a little moment in here to make sure that the toes are pointing out, heels are more in. See if you can stack crown of the head on the top of the heart, heart on the top of the pelvic floor. Last inhale. When you exhale, hands are gonna come onto your hips. You're gonna start to float your right heel up towards the sky. So right tippy toes on the earth. You're gonna spin your right knee, closing in, closing in, closing in. You're gonna turn your whole body to face the left side of your mat, a little different. Bring your right knee down on the mat. Good, make sure that you're pushing the left foot strongly down into the earth. With the next inhale, arms go up, one-legged mountain. Right knee comes up with you. Flex your right toes. Last inhale. When you exhale, hands go back to the hips. Step your right toes back. Let your right knee comes down to the mat. As soon as it touches, you lift back up and then reopen the right knee wide. Left side. Float your left heel up. Let the left knee drop in as you turn all of your toes to face the right side of your mat. Left knee comes down. Push your right foot down nice and strong. With the next inhale, one-legged mountain. Rise, arms up, knee up. When you exhale, hands to hips, step your left toes back. Little tap of the knee, bring it back up, and then reopen one more time. Inhale, hands go forward in front of you. What are all the growth and transformation that you're reaching towards in this upcoming year? Feel it out, intention it. Last breath in. When you exhale, extend the legs and bring it all into the heart, palms together. Inhale, arms reach up, surrender it. When you exhale, rebend your knees, plant your hands down, walk our step back for our first vinyasa. So use the breath out to lower chaturanga, maybe knees come down. Inhale, little cobra or upward facing dog. Breath out, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. With the next inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of the left hand, followed by the right. Active squat again. We're gonna lead now with the left side. So inhale here, exhale, hands onto your hips. Start to float your left heel up. Left knee is gonna turn and drop in, all the toes face the right, drop the left knee down. Get settled, use the next breath in to rise, one-legged mountain pose, reach up. When you exhale, hands onto your hips, step your left toes back, little tap of the left knee down, lift, reopen. Right away, lift your right heel up. Start to turn the right knee in. All the toes face the left. Drop the right knee down. With the next breath in, rest, one-legged mountain, reach. When you exhale, step your toes back, hands to hips. Little tap of the right knee down, lift, reopen. Inhale, arms in front of you. Exhale, pull it to the heart, extend the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, rebend your knees, plant your hands down, walk our step back, vinyasa flow to downward facing dog. Once you get in down dog, take 3 rounds of breath. And then let's build up our flow. Take an inhale, look forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk or hop forward, Malasana, squat. Toes out, heels in, hips are a little lower this time. Option to keep your elbows onto your thighs to give you a little more support. Or go ahead and reach the arms up to the sky. Palms together, interlace all of your fingers except for the index. Kali Mudra. Channeling all the transformations you want to seek and grow into this year. Push your feet down into the earth. With the next breath in, we're going to rise all together. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Big breath in. When you exhale, forward fold. Toes come in, heels out, bend in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come up to stand, reach up to the sky. When you exhale, keep your right foot at the top, left toes go back. Crescent lunge. Let yourself land and rise. Feel the squeeze of the inner thighs together, the strength into the legs. Last inhale. When you exhale, warrior two. Inhale, feet parallel, arms up to the sky. Exhale, warrior two to the back of the mat. Inhale to the center, feet parallel, arms up. Exhale, warrior two back to the front. From here, pause. You're going to start to spin your whole upper body around, spike your back heel. Right hand comes down to the back leg. Left hand reach up to the sky. All the toes are pointing forward. Readjust. Take your last inhale. When you exhale, courtesy squat. Hands into the heart. Tap left knee behind your right leg. Stay for the breath in. For the breath out. Inhale, feet parallel, arms go up. When you exhale, courtesy squat to the left side. Inhale back to the center, feet parallel, arms reach. Exhale, courtesy squat to the right. Inhale to the center. When you exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold all the way down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or step back. Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Feel this fire building in. What is it that you wish to create or transform in it? A year to be brave, a year to be bold, especially around the relationship with others, with yourself, and your sense of purpose. Final breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, Malasana, squat to the top of the mat. Rise. Yes, hands can go up if you'd like, or bring the elbow to your thighs. Again, letting the fire build in, letting the strength build in so you remember your potency, remember all your capabilities, and then we're going to rise into it. Nice and slowly start to lift, lift, lift. All the way. Once you get up, arms up, inhale. Exhale, rebend your knees, plant your hands down, walk or step back. Vinyasa. Good. Final time. Take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop, Malasana squat. Choose elbow to thighs or arms up and overhead. Here we go, beginning to rise right away. All the way, all the way. Once you reach up, take an inhale. Exhale, toes in, heels out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Crescent lunge. Right foot now goes to the back. Adjust your stance so you feel nice and stable on the legs. Final breath in. When you breathe out, warrior two, ground your back heel, spread the arms apart. Inhale, feet parallel, arms go up. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale to the center, feet parallel. Exhale to the left. Stay here. Spike your back heel, left arm goes to the back leg, right hand reaches up. Nice, full breath in. When you exhale, hands to heart, courtesy squat. Tap the right knee behind the left. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, feet parallel, arms up. Exhale, courtesy squat to the right. Inhale to the center, reach up. When you exhale, courtesy squat to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, walk or step back to your plank pose. Pause. Option to stay in here or take one push up. Bring it back. And then all together with lower chaturanga. Back bend, inhale. Push it up and back, downward facing dog. Final round into this flow. Feel the breath, feel the heat. Beginning a little bit different. Take an inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up your hip. You can choose to stay here in the scorpion dog or flip into a wild thing, where the right toes come behind you on the floor. Right hand goes up and overhead. Breath in and out. Back to three-legged dog, inhale. When you exhale, step it through, land, crescent lunge. Right foot steps, arms go up. Final in and out. Last inhale. When you exhale, either warrior two, or you can come really lower for Skandasana instead. Make your choice. For Skandasana, right knees deeply bend, left toes are flexing up. Stay for the inhale. For the exhale, when you inhale, sprint up, feet parallel, arms reach up. Exhale, Skandasana or warrior two to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the right. And then stay low if you're in Skandasana, spike your back heel. Right hand behind you, left hand reach up. Inhale. When you exhale, hands to heart, courtesy squat, tap, breath in and out. Inhale to center, reach up, feet parallel. Exhale, courtesy to the left. Into the center, courtesy to the right, breath out. Into the center, exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Plant the hands, walk our steps to your plank. Pause in this plank. If you want to take a push-up, now is the time. Go low, push it up, and then all together, chaturanga. Find your flow, back bend with the breath in, breath out, downward dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Stay or flip, wild thing if you want. Left toes behind, full breath. And then with the next inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg goes back up. Exhale, step your foot through, land and rise. Crescent lunge. Full breath. Last inhale. When you exhale again, either warrior two or Skandasana a little lower. Inhale, feet parallel, sprint up. And then breath out to the right. Breath in to the center. Breath out to the left. Stay low, spin yourself around. Left hand behind, right hand up. Exalt your crescent lunge. Last inhale. When you exhale, courtesy squat to the left, hands to heart. Stay for the inhale. Breath out. Inhale, rise all the way up to the center. Courtesy to the right. Into the center. Courtesy to the left. Into the center. Pause. Exhale, hands to heart. Notice the energy moving through you. Come back to the reflection on all those three areas of your life. And remember that whatever it is that you set your mind on, you can 100% make it come to life. Feel this energy, trust yourself. Take one more breath. And then just blink your eyes open. Hands can come onto your hips. You're going to take a big step with your left foot to the back of the mat. And then turn all of your toes there. Star pose. So you're facing the long edge, arms up and overhead. Fingers wide and spread. Feel this potency in here. At the same time that you're spreading wide through all of your limbs, you're feeling a sense of connection with your center and with your core. No transformation can be done if we don't have that sense of connection with our north, right? With our essence. So ground into it. Feel both energies happening at the same time. Groundedness and expansion. Last inhale. When you exhale, horse pose. If it's the horse ear, we gotta do horse pose. So bring your heels in, toes out. Thumbs are gonna come into the inner thighs, all the other fingers to the outer thighs. See if you can get long through the heart in here. And then we're gonna play a little with the twist, and the breath out, it's gonna happen like a horse. So the breath out, the breath in is through the nose, the breath out is like through the mouth like that, okay? We're gonna do 3 times each side. So inhale to the center. Exhale, horse breath, and twist to the back. Into the center, twist to the front. 2 more. Release any stagnant energy. And then rise back to start inhale. Hands into the heart. Breath in and out. Last little bit of effort. Rebend your knees back to your horse pose. Hands can stay onto your hips, or you can bring Kali Mudra up and overhead again. Arms go up, interlace all the fingers except for the index. And then option to play around with lifting and lowering one heel at a time, or you can lift both heels and stay in stillness. Feel the burn, feel the hit, trust yourself for the last 10 seconds as you envision all the transformations, all the growth you are going to create in your life this year. Making good use of this fiery energy. Last 3, 2, 1. Forward fold, heels out, toes in, bend the upper body down. Find a little sway side to side. And then pause in the center, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. When you exhale, walk both hands to the top of the mat. Step forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. From here, we're going to start to wind down. So just bring your right knee behind your left leg like courtesy squat, but then we're going to come and sit down. So you have your left leg crossed over your right. Like we did in the beginning of class, if you notice that your left sitting bone is out of the mat, bring it down. If it's too tight when you do that, you can extend your right leg long, okay? But take a deep inhale through the nose, reach the arms up. When you exhale, twist to the left. Either hug the leg around or hook the elbow. But then gaze goes all the way back. Make sure that the gaze, the back of your eyes are soft, are relaxed, so no straining on it. Let the breath slow down a little bit. After feeling all that fire, little by little, coming back to balance. Final round of breath. Good. Bring your chest to face forward again. If the leg was extended, you can rebend your knee. And then a fun transition to our second side. So right hand is going to come behind you. Lift your hips up from the mat. And then start to turn your body to the right. And then keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Walking the hands to the right. Keep going. And then you're going to come down into a seat, but now with the right leg on top of your left. Left leg is bent or extended. Whatever allow you to have both sitting bones grounded in the earth. Get adjusted. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. When you exhale, turn and twist to the right hand behind you. Either hug the top leg or hook the elbow in. Let the gaze go far to the right. Eyelids are soft. Breath is soft. Last inhale. When you exhale, turn it back forward. Extend both of your legs long on the mat. Give them a good shake. Good. And then start to transition to come onto your back. Once you do that, knees are going to come into your chest. You can roll gently side to side. And then pause here in the center. You're going to either cross your right leg over your left for Gomukhasana legs, or if that's not accessible today, take a figure 4 instead. So right ankle on the top of your left thigh. If you're in figure 4, remember to activate all of your toes. If you are in Gomukhasana, you can bring the hands to the knee, shins, or even to the outer feet, okay? Hands for figure 4 can be heart and belly or around the left leg. But just staying wherever you want to be for a few rounds of breath. And if any of the transformations that you are seeking within yourself, within your life this year include traveling to another country, I just wanted to leave you a quick invitation here to my yoga retreat. I'm from Brazil and I will be leading a retreat in São Paulo this upcoming May. It's going to be on the beach and it's going to be awesome. So if you want to know more information about that, make sure to check the link on the description below after class. But take your last breath in here. Good, and then let's switch up the sides. Left knee comes over if you're having the Gomukhasana legs, or then left ankle to the top of your right thigh. Figure 4 is having the toes active. Gomukasana legs, really pushing one leg towards the other. Feeling the breath slowing down. And then take your last inhale. When you exhale, undo the shape, hug both knees into your chest. And then with the knees still bent like this, just let the legs go wide. You can find a little sway side to side. And then pause the movement, meeting in Shavasana. So let the legs go long, arms go long. Take a deep breath in. Open up your mouth and exhale. I recommend that you stay in this Shavasana for at least 10 breaths, very slow, deep breaths, so that you give your body and your nervous system enough time to really integrate the benefits of the practice. But that's where I'm going to leave you today. I hope you have an amazing year, and I hope to see you on the next class. Namaste.